I really do love this album. I'm really proud of it.
Basically, Shawn, you're saying this is the greatest album of all time ever.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Love the confidence.
Hello, good morning. Or good night.
Good night, yeah.
Yeah. So
How you doing?
where in the world are you right now?
I'm in LA right now. I'm staying at Camila's house, so it's nice. It's cozy. I'm in a really cozy room, feeling nice.
Is that her family home or is that like her home?
This is her home in LA. She has a family home in Miami too.
Oh, mate, that's so nice. Well, listen, I mean, I've got to ask. You mentioned it there. She's been filming Cinderella. Are you getting to see each other much?
She actually just got back like 3 days ago for the first time in a month and a half. So it was tough. It was like, I think the longest before that was maybe 3 weeks away. So a month and a half, we were like, the last week and a half, we were like, we got this, right?
Yeah, because I remember the first time when you guys were out touring and stuff like that, and you said you were finding it tough. But listen, mate, congratulations on the brand new song, on Wonder, because, I mean, everything about this looks epic. I mean, the fact that you had a 1.5-minute trailer and you were playing the piano upside down was epic in itself. I mean, how good is it to finally get this track out there?
It's good, man. It's really nice. It's something that I've actually noticed from even just having more interviews and talking with more people was like, this was definitely not just a reflective time for me. This was everybody's life got put on pause. And we were all just like thinking about our lives and what was going on in the world. And, you know, for me, it was 5 or 7 years of just constant movement and constant touring. And I know you know what that's like, the constant movement and flow. And all of a sudden, for the first time at 22, to just be told to stop. And I was in Miami. I was with Camila and her parents, and like I was like cooking for the first time and like doing laundry for the first time. And it sounds like silly, but I mean, I've been touring since I was 15. So this is like the first time I've really like been still.
Yeah. And I like that though. That's really. I mean, what was the first thing that? I mean, I wanted to ask what was the first thing that you cooked, but now I'm just wanting to know what spin setting do you and Camila have your duvet case on?
Dude, I think we made a mean shepherd's pie one night, to be honest.
Really?
I started journaling a lot because I was just having all this time to think, and then found a place where I was like, I think I can say some stuff. And I realized like I had a lot of fear as a human and a person and a musician and an artist and a celebrity to say kind of how my heart was feeling. And I realized like when it comes to matters of the heart, we don't really have to be experts. We all have this internal moral compass, which is like, this is wrong, this is right. And Wonder was a little bit of that door kind of opening up for me. So it feels like the biggest relief in a way to get that song out, because to me it was a reflection of the times and a reflection of me as a kind of person and a man and growing up. And yeah, I know I just kind of hit you with a lot of depth really quickly.
No,
but
it's been a huge time for self-reflection. And, you know, it's not just the song that we've got now. You've got a whole brand new album, you know, also called Wonder, as you mentioned there. One thing that we have seen is that people during lockdown, they've had the opportunity to do collaborations that they never thought they'd do before. The winning collaboration of you and Camila, surely there is another one of those on this album.
There is not.
There's not? Oh, it's going to be a special. It's going to be a Christmas special. And then it's going to be so cute. It's going to be very nice. But
it's a really special collaboration on the album that I think you'll be happy. I think you'll be excited about.
Oh,
you can't
just say that. Give us a letter.
Come on.
You guys should be so used to that by now.
You were talking earlier on about your brand new album, Wonder. Were you nervous to get this one out there?
I really found a place while I was making it where I was like, this is going to just be hell for me if I don't just like it for me, you know, if I'm just not like cool with this music for me, because I think like if you're making art just to have people like it, then you're just never going to be satisfied because you cannot please everyone. And so I think that that's something that took me a really long time to learn, and also ended up realizing there's so many rewards you get from freeing yourself from what people will think about it, you know? And yeah, I really found this time around that I ended up just really loving the music. I played it for my sister, who was my harshest critic, and she liked it, and my mom liked it, and my girlfriend liked it, and my friends liked it. And now, if you guys like it, it's the cherry on top, and I hope you do, because I really do love it. And I don't feel nervous. I don't mean confident in like a cocky way. Obviously, I just mean it in like I really do love this album. I'm really proud of it.
Basically, Shawn, you're saying this is the greatest album of all time ever.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Love the confidence.
No, but you mentioned it there. You know, you play it to certain people. Is your sister the first person that you play your records to?
She's definitely one of them. She has this very honest thing about her.
What's the pecking? How does the pecking order go? Like, because, you know, for some artists, it's like, oh, I've got to play it to my mum, and that's the first person, or I've got to play it to my partner.
Yeah, Camila was with me actually a lot of the time while I was making the album. So she was kind of hearing everything from like rough draft, and so she was kind of always cheerleading me on the whole time. And my sister is one of the first. My best friends at home, I just have to send it to them, because if I'm getting a weird vibe from them, I'm like, okay, maybe I should rethink this.
Shawn, would I be right in thinking that a lot of this album would potentially be about Camila? So if she's sitting there in the studio, is she just sitting there going, oh, stop it, you?
Well, it's all about her, unless there's another thing that I don't know about that I was writing about. But yeah, no, it's she wasn't in the studio, by the way. She was with me where we were, but she wasn't in the room.
I see.
And if she came in the room at one moment, and I was like, I'm cool with this, and she like had headphones on and we were hanging, and I was like, I'm really not cool with this. I think you have to go, please.
Oh, got kicked out of the studio. Roman does that to me.
Yeah, I'll do it today.
Yeah.
Do you think that being in a relationship has actually changed your music style?
She's always known me a little bit deeper than most people, and so she always pushes me to go there. And I think, you know, when the music comes out, the album, you'll be hearing it's different. It definitely feels like it's coming from a different place. From the beginning, she was like, just stick with this. Even if it feels crazy and it feels weird at first, just stick with it, because it feels like it gave us goosebumps the first conversation we had about it. And I did stick with it. And in everything from that moment of like just sticking with the original concept, it all just like has been flowing, and it never stopped flowing, even to right now, where I find that even when I'm sitting speaking to you about it, it feels like I don't have to overthink my words too much. It feels like it's like, I know this album, I trust it, I trust the music, I love the music. Now it's kind of just for you, you know?
Oh, that's so good.
Do you know what I really love? You said that she's changed you as a person. She said that she's the type of person that would go into a sushi restaurant and ask for a banana. You know, like that sort of stuff is so nice in a relationship where someone brings out something different in you. What do you think that you've brought out in her?
I definitely got her to eat vegetables and drink water. She was having a poor
Good work.
At first, we would be at like a sushi restaurant, and she would ask for a banana, and I'd go into a slight panic attack. And I realized it was like she was just so sure and like not worried about what people were thinking. And there's nothing wrong with asking for a banana, but for some reason that would embarrass me.
Yeah.
And I think like over time, by the time it was like the 5th time she asked for a banana, I was like, you know what? I'll have one too, please.
Why? What's the deal? I'm sorry. What? Hang on. Banana.
Just
Right,
because she's confident.
But
And no, it's because she's
a banana at a sushi joint.
Why
Wait,
not?
What context is this in? Is this layered on top of sushi? Is the banana slightly cut on top with a sticky rice, or is it just as like a dessert?
this is a complex you're going to have if you ever start dating a Latin girl, and you're going to realize that maybe it wasn't a sushi restaurant, but whatever it was, there's a banana involved. And it's this sweet and savory thing that she loves. And I really did not get it. I mean, her family was eating bananas with pasta. And then at one moment, one day you wake up and you're there and you see the banana and you want the banana and you eat it and you go, I get it. I get why you for the banana all the time. There's something about this sweetness with your salty food that is good. And don't I mean, it's crazy. It takes a long time.
I'm a fan of savory, sweet, savory, so
we'll have to try it.
We'll have to
we will
try
have
it.
to try it before we knock it.